Hello space fans, welcome back to KSP Contracting, episode 8. Today we will start with fast forwarding time, and if no catastrophic asteroid impacts are predicted, then we shall proceed with a rescue mission to minmus. We are at day 180, and that means we have to fast forward to day 210 before we are allowed to launch again. So let's do just that. Let's have a look. Day 180, 90, 210. There we are. And of course we are tracking a new asteroid, somewhat randomly selected by doing that. This one is far out, class D. Let's track it. And it doesn't appear to ever come close to the planet, so that is not a threat. And that's good news. Yay, we can proceed with our rescue mission to minmus. I haven't received any new submissions since the last episode, which was the previous one. The last episode, which was the previous one. Way to go, comprehensive language skills again. Doesn't matter though, I still have a garage full of ships, and we are going to grab the rescue vessel, since it was specifically made by Jacob for rescuing Kerbals from minmus. Thank you, Jacob. Much appreciated, and we'll see how it performs. I hope it functions without crew, because of course we're not sending crew, because the crew has to come back, and there's only the one command pod. A tall ship, this one, with lots of batteries, even some science parts. So yeah, let's have at it, go to the launch pad and see how it fares. By the way, when we retrieve all the science from minmus, I hope to be able to unlock docking ports, because that would be hilarious. Then we can assemble ships made out of multiple submissions and have fun space stations and or ships. Whoa, lots of floodlights. So yeah, that's the new thing of this series. The ships have lights. Wonderful. So a night launch doesn't bother us so much because we have all these wonderful lights. So let's go ahead and launch straight there. Oh dear. That was a jerky liftoff if ever there was one, but the boosters do appear to be doing their job. We're heading straight up. The UI is still huge because I've forgotten to go into the controls to make it tinier, but well, we don't much care about that. It does look as though we are going to... Whoa! Don't try and steer this. The steering is hard on this thing, but I want it to go up instead of not up. And it is not complying. I reckon because it's this solid boosters that don't have the thrust vectoring, and all the wings are trying to fight for control. It's not terrible, but we're not going straight up, and that's definitely something we want to do. Anyway, this first stage is almost burned out. Let's see how much control we get from the second stage in just a few seconds. Here we go. Hey, there's some new particle effects on these boosters. Not any more control though. Maybe... there's RCS here. Maybe that can help us. We are pitching over 45 degrees, which is far too early for this. Oh dear. I am not hopeful for success of this mission. We have some winglets here. But they're trying to control everything, but it's not working out. I wonder what these trusses were for. Were they intended for stability? Because that's probably working out, but it's not working out so well. I hope that when these boosters run out, we might be able to do something, but... oodles of Delta V have been wasted already, and we're actually thrusting down now. So after this stage burns out, we'll see what we can do. Hey, we might be able to... grab a science reading from the thermometer. That's always a good time to do crash course science moments before a crash, although I can't find the thermometer anymore. It's too dark for that. Where's the ground? It is really close. I hope when these boosters run out we can at least go back a little bit. Oh, the ground is there. It's right there. No. Oh no, there's going to be a crash. This can steer up, steer up, steer up. Yes, can we avoid the ground though? That is the question. We are going down pretty quickly. Yes, we are going to avoid the ground. basically we're gonna launch from here. Why not? I think we're probably not going to make it. But we might be able to do a temperature scan and return that. Here is the thermometer. Log that temperature, please. Keep the data. Oh dear. We might even reach the upper atmosphere. And we might even reach space, so we can return some of those readings home. And this stage has now burned out. Let's ditch that. And what do we have here? Another stage. This one was obviously intended for in-space usage, but we're not in space, we are in the atmosphere. Anyhow, the mission has been reclassified. This is now a temperature sensing scan from the atmosphere and space, and our friend minmus on minmus will have to wait for a little while longer. Yeah, that's just the harsh reality of life sometimes. Sometimes you're on minmus and you're staying there. Okay, are we in the upper atmosphere yet? And more importantly, can I find another thermometer? I think there were 4, but it being night here makes it difficult to find them. Fortunately, we do have the lights, but if there's no ground nearby, that doesn't help so much. This is silly, hunting for thermometers in the dark for 4 or 5 science points. Nah, screw it. Maybe I can do it by the light of the galaxy. Oh, that doesn't work. It doesn't actually shine. It's just a shiny picture, but on the other side it doesn't help me out. Damn it. Okay, this stage has burned out now as well. Let's see. Perhaps we can get into orbit. Whoa, this is nimble now with RCS and reaction wheels. If we can get into orbit, then we can grab some light. Then we'll have some light, and so we can see the temperatures, the thermometers, and get our temperature scans. Isn't that a wonderful plan? I think it is. Right, let's use some physical time warp for this, because this is a small engine and otherwise the burn will take forever. So ×4 warp. Let's see if we can get into orbit, get a temperature scan, at least call this mission a success on some grounds. Maybe even, I don't know how we are looking at how much science points we have. Maybe even get some maybe even get some new nodes. Don't know what I'm saying. Maybe we can get enough science to get some, to unlock the new node, like docking ports or some other toy to play with. Right, so not on orbit, and we're going to stay in the dark side forever, by the looks of it. So let's have a maneuver node that will at least have us enter. So if we do it like this, we will, if we can squeeze another 210 meters per second out of this tank, we will see the daylight. And I'm doing this maneuver node now not so much as a gauge on getting into orbit, but as a upper ceiling, because if I expend all the fuel and find myself in orbit, I will have no way of getting back down. But if I stay under this maneuver node, then I'm sure my trajectory will re-enter, because we want to re-enter because we want to take the readings back. But we want to do so in the sunlight so that we can see our thermometer to get readings from it. Right. This trajectory will take us there. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do just fine. So let's time warp forward until we are in the sunlight. Oh no. I want a reading from space, and we are falling out of space now. So, oh god. Where were the thermometers? Were they on? Yeah, here's one. Keep it from space. Wonderful. So now we can get back into the atmosphere, and I suppose the whole plan failed because we are entering the atmosphere now, and we are still in the dark. So yeah, this still counts as space. Why does the science system count space as a different point than the aerodynamic system? I don't know why that is. I read somewhere it had to do with the apoapsis of your trajectory instead of your actual position. So let's have a look at that. We're at 55 kilometers. And hey, look at that. Daylight. What the hell? It did work. So we need to log another data point. It still says in space, even though we're clearly... I think that rumor that I read might in fact be correct. It has to do with your apoapsis. Let's check just before that dips into the atmosphere. Because we will be properly low with an apoapsis still in space. So our apoapsis is now 90 kilometers. That still counts as space. And we are at 40 kilometers. And I think that definitely counts. Upper atmosphere? No, the rumor is false. It's just a different altitude than the aerodynamic model. And that's weird because you can be encountering re-entry heating and according to your instruments still be in space. That's fairly sure that's not supposed to happen. Right, let's burn the remainder of the fuel. There it goes. Bye bye. Let's say goodbye to the lander stage that never landed anywhere. And now there's just this empty pod with some parachutes that will soon land on Kerbin, giving us some science. Yeah. That didn't quite work out as planned. Lots of parachutes, so this would probably be a very safe landing. Coming in over the terrain, it looks pretty. And oh no, oh no! It's all for nothing. The thermometers were attached to the lander stage, not to the capsule. Oh well, that's a bummer. No docking ports, no science, nothing. Hey, we can test whether the parachutes can deploy at high time warp because there's nothing of value in this capsule. So let's see if that. Hey, that works. Wonderful. That never used to work. So you can have your parachute safely deploy at ×4 physical time warp. Now that's good. That's a result. We did real world metagame science. Wonderful. So I'm looking forward to your submissions for rescuing minmus from minmus. All the ships in the garage have the Delta V for it, but they don't have a spare seat, so we can't use them for that. So please build a ship that can get the poor guy home, and then we can do so and get all his science. In the meantime, I think next episode I'm going to launch a ship to either the moon or minmus again. Yeah, let's go to minmus. Hey, we got 1.7 science, isn't that wonderful? We'll go to minmus anyway with a single seater, and we can maybe swap the Kerbals around so there's a different one watching. That would be nice for him. Right, 70 science. Can we do anything with that? These are 160. No, we cannot. So, no more science. Short episode today. Check back tomorrow for the next one where we'll go to minmus. And if you design a craft to take the guy home, in the meantime, then I might use that, and if not, we'll just relieve him and leave another one stranded. If all goes well, that is. Anyway, today, thanks for watching. This was Lorenzo. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.